And there's a difference actually between all three of them that I think it is worth like naming and identifying here, because because when we do, it's helpful because we kind of know what to work with. And so when I think about guilt, like guilt is more behavior focused. The thing that I did something that was wrong or that I'm not proud of, or I feel badly that I spent money on this and not that. Like that is a behavior. When we talk about shame, at least in the therapeutic like context, shame is more tied to who I am as a person. Like my character, what I think about me individually. So, and that can be tied to what I do, right? But shame is different than I feel bad that I spent money on, it's different from guilt. And that guilt is I feel bad that I spent money on this. Shame would be more, I am a bad person. I am bad with money. I make bad choices. Like I am bad, right? It's this characterization of like who we are, and how we approach like navigating and walking through that can be very different. I think that comparing, so, for those of you familiar with Brene Brown, like, look, goddess, love her, would love to be BFFs with her. She talks about comparison is the thief of joy. I don't actually entirely agree with that, because I actually think that on some level, comparison can be helpful, healthy, and motivating. And I also think that guilt can be helpful, healthy, and motivating as well. What we're talking about though is shame in this characterization of I am a bad person, like I am bad, and how I think about myself is bad. And so I offer that, at least kind of starting out, because I think it's important that we suss that out, because it is different. And so for those like listening where you feel like, I just feel bad about some of the financial decisions that I make. Like, I don't think that I am bad inherently, like with money, or that I am an irresponsible person, but I just think like, I don't make like great choices. Like that's an important, I think, just, psychological distinction to be able to name, because how we then approach it, Rachel, as you were saying, kind of there, it can look a bit different.
Yeah, I totally agree with what Ashley is saying, and that distinction and that awareness of the distinction is so important, especially when guilt is saying, I made that mistake, but shame is saying I am the mistake and I am failing in that way.